Most people assume that my career started in hip-hop and all I know is hip-hop, when in all actuality, hip-hop never crossed my mind until I was offered a job within that industry in 2010. My career actually started when I built my site in 2009. I did the appearance on the Oprah Winfrey Show, then I worked for NBC, and then I worked for the NBA, and then I worked for hip-hop. And that all sounds so random and they don't really tie in together, but the reason that is because for as long as I could remember, I would come up with a goal literally every day. That doesn't necessarily mean it was a big goal, but I did do it, and one of those goals on my list was to work for the Bulls, and I can proudly say that I did achieve that goal because of Twitter. Now, this is definitely one of those stories that will be hard to believe, so hopefully I got your attention. It all started in 2010 when I started working for GoWhereHipHop.com. It was July and GoWhere had been granted press access for Derrick Rose's summer camp, which he has every year. As soon as I found out that that was happening, first I was very excited, and the first thing that I did was I tweeted to the Chicago Bulls account and said something along the lines of, I wonder if the person who runs the Chicago Bulls Twitter account will be at Derrick Rose's camp. I got a response from the account through a DM, and it said something like, no, unfortunately I won't be there, but what are you going to be doing there? And I said, I am going to cover the camp. I don't think that I got a response after that, so I sent a follow-up message and said, oh, well, I was hoping that you would be there because I've always wanted to work for the Bulls and be a reporter, and I'd appreciate any advice that you have in order to do so. And what I did was I said, please check out my latest interview with Chicago Bear Lance Briggs, and if you could give me any advice, that would be greatly appreciated. I guess now I have to break down two things. First, how did I even get it where I was DMing the Chicago Bulls account? Just last week, I think that Twitter released this feature where anyone can DM each other, whether you're following them or not. But back when Twitter started, or in the beginning, they didn't have that feature, and the only way you could DM anybody was if you were both following each other. I am a big Bulls fan. I have been since I was in kindergarten. I remember I used to always wear my Pippen jersey every day, and people in kindergarten used to call me Mrs. Pippen. True story, a little embarrassing, but whatever, that's besides the point. Big Bulls fan, and I would always tweet things to that account, and for those of you who do follow me on Twitter, you know that I can say some weird, random things sometimes, and I have the tweet because I was so happy that they retweeted it, but it was, I don't know what year, but I said, you're a true fan when you've had Ticketmaster open and your maxed out credit card ready since the halftime report. So yeah, they retweeted that, and I was very happy, and after they retweeted it, they followed me. But that was the second tweet that they retweeted, because I remember I had said something before about, I don't know, I think I was threatening the other team's fans or something. I'll try to find it. But that's what I said, and that's what got the follow. And then it was almost a year later when I had sent another tweet about just wanting to work for them. So that's part one. Part two, I lied in my DM. I mean, I guess I didn't technically lie, but there was, I wasn't really clear and honest about a certain thing. So when I had told him, check out my latest interview with Lance Briggs, that was my only interview I had ever done. And the reason I did that was because I felt I wouldn't get taken seriously or get the credibility that I knew I deserved if I had said, oh, check out my one and only interview. And I was thinking, why would I even downplay myself like that? So I said, check out my latest interview. Okay, So those two parts are taken care of. Once he saw the interview, I don't know what he said about the interview, but he said, you know, it's funny that you messaged me today about this, because just a few hours ago this morning, our team sat down and we were thinking about getting an intern for our Bulls TV department, and they had never done that before. And he said, I know that's not really a job, or a reporting job, but is that something that you would be interested in? And of course I said yes. Fast forward, he asked for my contact info. I gave him my email and said, just send me details. And when he didn't, he said, okay, like I'll email you when I figure out or get more information. And then I am the type where I don't like when I only give my info and I don't have theirs, because it's like then I'm relying on them to contact me first. So what I did was I said, can I have your email, like just in case. Gives me his email. Couple days pass by, I don't hear from him. I'm super excited, but trying not to be excited because I didn't want to get my hopes up in case it didn't fall through. But yeah, so he didn't email me, and then I emailed him just following up and saying thank you and all of that. And fast forward, I met him and another person from the front office, and for the sake of privacy, I'm not going to say who they were. I remember I went to the United Center. I sat in the office, told them what it is I wanted to do, and they liked me. And it wasn't even really an interview. They just said, okay, well, we don't exactly know when it's going to start or like what it would entail, so we're just kind of going to go along as it is. And yeah, that's how I got my job with the Bulls. What I learned from it and how it changed my life, I'm going to save for another video, because that video would just be way too long. But the point of this video is to teach you guys this lesson. Whatever it is that you're trying to pursue or achieve in your life, you need to approach it by thinking outside of the box. You're more than likely not the only person that wants to achieve that goal or that dream. So what are you going to do that is different from others and what others won't do? And okay, like say in my situation, I'm sure that people would have waited for some link or something on the Bulls site to say like, oh, apply for whatever, or you would have went on Monster or whatever other career sites there were. But I literally just sent a tweet and said, okay, well, this is what I want to do. And yeah, I mean, the other thing is just, again, can't force anyone to believe or have faith in God. But I mean, tweeting someone I don't really consider hard work, because I'm always on my phone and I always tweet. But again, the timing of all that and just getting that call or just getting all those messages and just how it all came together, the timing was way too perfect. And that is why I can honestly say my faith in God is just so strong, and it leaves me thinking, I know whatever it is that I want to do, it's going to happen. And my story and everything that I've already experienced proves that. So I hope that this lesson encourages you to think outside the box for the next goal that you're trying to approach. And if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, because I have a new video every week. And if there's something specific that you want me to talk about, whether that's an experience I've had or advice that you want for your life, comment below or reach me on my site, jendeleon.com. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.